started the game, people. Alright, okay, everybody, welcome. It's game number 3 of the Arabia 1v1 Invitational series between Love Cheng versus Stark. And, well, once again, it's basically same as last game, but you can't use the same Civ, like both Civs from that game. So, as we all saw, it was Celts and Goths. So both players can't pick it, so we got something different this time. And we got Britons coming out from Stark, and we got Chinese coming from Love Cheng. China player playing China. Kappa. So, anyway, we'll introduce those all-important players. And I'm actually going to start in the red here. It's Love Cheng here, playing as the Chinese and getting up to a decent start. It's Orion's that second sheep, of course, is... Well, right now, let's have a look at the map. They also haven't used the restart yet, by the way, which is crazy. And, I say that now, we're going to see a restart for sure. Anyway... For Love Cheng's map right now, it's got some back wood lines, but it's two annoying oases being a little bit of a pain in the backside, that's for sure. But it's got a fairly chunky wood line at the back. It's also got a main gold and secondary gold here too. If you can get a TC there or something like that, that should be lovely, just lovely in general. It's got a main stone as well to the north of this TC as well. Berries to the south of it, and again, plenty of wood lines on the front, so for a desert oasis, it's actually got a lot of wood to take from. So you can't really complain on that front. Secondary stone as well to the south of those berries as well. Actually also fairly wallable to the south here if he really feels like it. And again, with the barracks in the front, you can do some bit more walling. And we have seen Love Cheng do a bit of walling these past couple of games. So definitely wouldn't rule it out by any means. Where do I watch him as mentalist? Voobly stream. Voobly stream. Anyway, so we got that. That's a good map there from Love Cheng. Let's have a look at Stark though right now as he brings that first ball in, of course, playing as the Britons. And, well, he's got berries to the front of his TC next to his house. Bit annoying, actually, that house placement where the berries is. Probably didn't see it until he built the house, unfortunately, but he'll probably put the mill on the other side and everything will be okay there. He's got a wood line at the back, of course, and deer quite close. Secondary gold to the north of the TC, and to the south of it, his main stone. And actually, once again, I tell you what, Stark and main golds, he's just having issues today with his main gold. Like, every time I've seen a main gold, it's not on a flat piece of ground. It's always on a crater, which is, like, in a moment. And it's just such a pain, honestly. But this time, though, at least he can probably put a tower if he has to, which he might have to, actually, in this game. I think, probably around here-ish or here. But anyway, it's got a flat surface at the top of this plateau here. So you can probably put a TC here on this side later on in the game. And again, Britons with those cheap TCs, very easy to do so. So that's good for him there. And I think that's pretty much the rest of his map there. So actually quite a decent map, except for the fact that he's, once again in the crater. So he's got to make sure he's got some good map control in general. Because if there's any forward pressure from Love Cheng on this spot, it could be a bit of problems. At least a saving grace in that respect is the fact that he's actually got a very nice back wood line to go to, which will last him for quite a bit of time too. Having a look at Love Cheng's base. No laming, actually, so far. I haven't seen any boar steal so far. Which is good, because I probably would have missed one. But it's fine. It's going to bring that second boar right now for Love Cheng. It's actually going to start pushing some of those deer in. We're taking one so far. I'm going to take a second one in. And that should be all okay. All okay. So well, we've got a little bit of time for this Dark Age to develop. Actually, while we're saying that, Stark's actually putting barracks down, so looking to try and do a drush, of course, and Love Cheng looks like he's going to do a drush by any means. Probably going to go up and try and maybe do some feudal archers. Maybe scouts. Let's have a look at the build, actually. What has he got? He's actually got 4 on the wood here. 2 farms down. Looks like it could be scouts, actually. Who knows? Anyway, I can have... That's like the weakest part of my casting. With China, I just have no idea what they're really planning, to be honest. But I think it's going to be scouts. In fact, he's got 2 farms down. But anyway, he's got definitely a drush coming out from Stark, though. That's what we do know. So China versus Britain. China, of course, great economy in there's lively farms. They've got Chukan, who's a destructive force. But Britain's, I just value Britain's a little bit higher in Arabia format, just because That range is unbelievable. I think definitely Stark. I think when it gets to the Castle Age onwards, I think Stark's got a good position. But if Love Chen can really abuse the Feudal Age or get some nice pressure down or something like that, it could work out quite well. But don't rule China out by any means. I mean, the Siege Rams are just really good. Like, Chuko New Siege Ram could do a lot of work, actually. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. Why are people wondering how long I've been... Okay, I'm not even going to look at the Twitch chat. It's so toxic. I'm kidding, guys. I love you. As a start comes in right now with the Drush, going to get the Loom. As Love Chain's about a third of the way up to Feudal Age, actually, on 24 pop. Drush comes in right now. Can it pick off one fill? Actually just bails out completely. He could have actually gone for the kill. Had all those three militia around it. Actually going to try and harass a bit more, actually, there. Did some good work, actually, to be fair. But oh, he's going in this time, but onto a much stronger Vil. And he actually loses one militia. Ah, that was bad from Stark. I think if he just committed much early at the beginning, he could have definitely picked off one Vil and gone away with, you know, 1-for-1 trade. But now he just lost one militia for nothing, really. That Vil, though, was a little bit too far out there. I don't know what it was thinking in terms of pathing. This Vil is looking like it's dead. That's no way this Vil can live. Unless he can get a... Like, if he can do the Palisade drop of his life... No, it's dead. Alright. Sorry, it's dead. So he gets one Vil out with this Drush, which was actually very successful there from Stark. Very nice play. Getting one Vil pick off with a 3-man Drush. Because generally speaking, the 3-man Drush is a bit more about doing damage to the eco than really about killing Vils. But he's got a villager kill, so that's good for him. Up to the Feudal Age already is Stark, as Love Cheng does hit that all-important Feudal Age. He's looking to do an archery range here. There we go. 4 Vils putting it down, though. There's more and more militia start to come out from Stark, but getting a little bit caught out there. The Scout, of course, with the +2 damage and a little more extra speed. Looks like that militia will get picked off, but 4 Vils coming forward with this archery range. That's interesting. Yeah, it looks like they're actually going to go fully forward here. That's actually... And actually, also the rush distance is actually, you know, quite small, so... Not much distance. So those archers can get there pretty quickly if he wants to go for the archers. And the archer range gets popped down right now. But... This is the difficulty I have when you forward a Britain player. I spoke about this when I casted Back T, I think, versus... Yellow, I think. And Yellow just forwarded him as against him, Back T, and Back T was Britain's. And of course the Britons have got those really nice fast producing archery ranges. So any forward pressure, look at that tower already coming down right now from Stark as well to protect the main gold. You can just start out producing very easily. And look at those 4 man-at-arms. Takes out one more Vil again from Love Cheng. Looks like archers will also get picked off too as well. And archers too, these man-at-arms are actually paying for themselves quite well as... Ooh. A little bit of lag there, guys. Wasn't me. It was the game, for some reason. Now the man-at-arms just going to start moving on in. And I'm going to go straight towards that lumber camp once more. Probably going to try and wall that in if he can. Now Black's being put back at home for Love Cheng here. As this man-at-arm actually put by the main gold. One to get picked off by the villagers. This one will kill it. Oh, that villager on 4 HP. What a champion. Looks like this... Lumber camp will get actually walled in the end. Now the archers and the skirmishers will try and pick this up, of course. Thing is, though, with only 3 on gold, really can't produce from both ranges to do full archers. So he's probably has to do a bit of mixture of skirmishers. He's actually going to get the fletching also done too. Now he has to evacuate that main gold because the man-at-arms are going back in there. And all this time, though, the scalper here from Love Cheng is probably just going to be a real bit of a pest. So Love Cheng is probably thinking about what his next move is. He's going to get a padded archer armor right now. He's going to try and regroup his forces and try and again apply a bit more pressure. But he can't do it at the front. This tower here is just too good. So he's going to have to try and go around the outside here. And try and go to the berries or the wood line or something like that. But again, I think it's going to be quite a hard task to do so. Plenty of skirmishes coming out from Love Cheng too. Stark was trying to sneak his way around, send his archers up the north. His man-at-arms are also at too. Also, the man-at-arms also being done as well. Stark can just produce a couple of man-at-arms to deal with this heavy skirm build here if he feels like it. And use the archers that he currently masses up to just pick it off, so... Well, looks like Love Chain's going to just storm on through. Stormin' Norman, they call him, as he's just going to waltz on in. And actually picks up a good number of archers there, actually, but looks like Stark sees us in some good time, and we'll put some villagers inside that tower to keep them nice and safe. On the other side, though, Man-at-Arms actually got inside to the wood line. How the... Oh, there was a gap where they walked through, and looks like 1, 2 vills go down. 3, actually, could be a fourth. Oh, 4 vills. Because that slight gap where the palisade was in the oasis. That is tragic shame. It's actually also off the gold, too. Did he actually move to the gold? You know, he moves to stone instead. Interesting. As right now, actually, looks like Love Chain's committing even villagers to try and take down this tower. Plenty of scums also there to try and do some harassment to the villagers. Now Stark's just going 4 villagers as well to try and take this out, repairing the tower as well. And Love Chain backs off. These skirms just don't do really much damage to the villagers, and there's just so many of them. Now a tower trying to come up from Love Chain right about here to try and take him off the gold. But I think it's just too far away, actually. This tower won't be hitting all the gold, especially these 3 tiles here. So, no good there. And also plenty more villas going into that tower too, so that will go up a bit quicker. But can Love Chain stop this? Can he stop this? Not much going on there, and it doesn't look like he can actually force delete the tower too. Failed attempt there. Now he's going to try and break his way in probably through the south here. Oh! Stark didn't finish this wall piece off. He can actually get in. Oh, Stark. Oh, he's going to find us out. Oh, man. He's actually quite lucky. Instead, it looks like Love Chain's going to just basically do it through brute force. Meanwhile, though, back at his own base, he's putting a tower up to try and basically get himself back on the gold here. A few skirmishes, try and push away his archers, but the man-at-arms are closing him down and will just punish him for that, basically. As now the skirmishers are making their way in, tower's starting to come up here from Stark going to his stone. It's actually really important. He has to get this tower up, just because of the fact that it, 1, stop him from getting inside the base, and 2, protect the stone at the same time. Looks like the tower will go up, and he's going to get the fletching too right now. But, oh, looks like Love Chain has found the gap in the wall, which is no wall, actually. I think that Love Chain is still tenacious. He's still determined to try and get this tower, at least a tower up, or get some presence on his own base. But again, just a bit of bit of bum rushing. Doesn't hurt him from Stark. And we'll push this back out once more. Now, did he actually patch this up after or before? I don't know. It might be a chopped tree. I'm not too sure. But it looks like Stark's basically not going to get much done there as well. The tower also here from Love Chain too, so that's not going to be happening. Amazingly, though, despite all the villager kills that Love Chain has lost, basically, he's still on 38 to 38. That's actually really impressive. What? Crazy. But I still think Stark's got a pretty good advantage here, generally. He's doing a lot of the good damage. The man-at-arms have paid themselves more than 5 times over, I feel. Picking off skirmishes here and there. Look at that. Oh, and there we go. Back inside. This is woodline once more. Another chopped tree. Did Stark pick Britons because he's British? Really? Terrible. Stark now getting the wheelbarrow. And, which of course will explain why Love Chain's ahead of villagers, but still. Well, wheelbarrow now coming in. Now it looks like Love Chain's starting to stone wall parts of the map as well down the south, but where actually also Stark's army's actually got to here. I'm going to try and cling to this sort of hill, but here... This monstrous hill, actually. This elevation's huge. This fight looks trying to start out, but it's not a good fight. got the hill advantage as well, even though despite the fact that Love Cheng does have padded archer, but so does Stark as well. This was a horrible fight there from Love Cheng. He loses in most of his army, and wow, only 2 units lost there from Stark, and he kills about 8. No, 9. He kills 9 units. That's some good trades there. Now another tower tries to come down from Love Cheng to try and protect the farmland. As Love Cheng tries to try and clean up house here, but again, on the hill once more, Love Cheng is just not taking his positions very well. Now he is starting to, but too little too late, I think, a little bit here. But surprisingly, Stark backs off, the tower being up as well. He's going to try and make his way out somehow. And try and go his way out through the front. Meanwhile, though, a few archers of Stark's own up at the top here. He's going to try and worm his way around and try and maybe try and pick up a few villas here and there. But so many towers from Love Cheng. Oh my god. And Stark does click up to the Castle Age. And how is Love Cheng doing? Well, he's far away. Making so many skirmishes like that. That's just from the beginning as well. Yeah, he's quite far behind. Good reaction also from Stark as well. He's actually going to change it up slightly. He's just going to drop it down 2 stables. Scale binding armor coming out. He's actually going to go for knights, it seems. Probably +2 knights. And you might be like, what the hell? Britain's going knights? But in this occasion, it's actually not too shabby. And the fact of the matter is that Love Cheng has got so many skirmishes that will clean up that. Do some decent raiding as well. A lot more tanky as well. So even though there's plenty of towers, you can still do some decent damage with the knights nonetheless. That skirmish will clean up the rest of those archers trying to raid too. Stark right now, it's not too far with the castle age right now. He's 70% up. There's a 3rd stable that gets dropped down here from Stark. He's putting a bit more into gold too. He's got the gold shaft mining also been upped. And now Love Cheng does click up, but he is a whole 2 minutes exactly behind. And that's, in Age of Empires terms, that's a huge amount of time in difference. Love Cheng getting horse collar now as well. Oh, Love Cheng. He's missed horse collar twice now in exactly these similar time periods in past 2 games, and it looks like Stark's gonna try and get away with it here. Now chain binding armor being done as looks like the rest of Stark's armor is going to get picked off here, it seems. Now, probably Love Cheng's going to be assuming, like, crossbows. He's like, oh, it's Britain's. Like, crossbows, I'm doomed. But here come the knights right now. I think he should... Yeah, I think what Stark should do right now, I think he should just keep those 2 knights behind a little bit. Just wait till you get maybe 2 or 4, like, maybe 2 more, and then charge on him. But, well... He's going to ignore that. He's going to go straight towards Love Cheng. And actually, to be fair, it still will work, actually, just because there's so many skirmishes in this build. And the +2 as well. Yeah, these knights are going to just Shrek that. Picks off 1 skirmisher. More and more knights streaming in now. 3 stables, so... And look at the... I look at actually military count. 28 for 12. Stark hasn't got a lot, but these knights are strong, so... We'll do a very good job, of course. Going back towards TC to keep these protected. Elite Skirmisher and Bodkin are coming up from Love Cheng. Interesting. He has got so many, so why not get Elite Skirmisher? He's probably going to need it later on, of course. But you think, like... the guy's making knights, why would you do Elite Skirmisher? But... I guess it's like all he probably can do at this point. What is his resources looking like? He's actually got plenty of food to do. The crossbow actually upgrade if he wanted to. But he might want to do pikemen instead. He's actually got plenty of spears being pumped out right now. More and more spears. TC now looking to try and come up onto his main gold. It's the lead skirmish now. Let's try and prod at this. Meanwhile, though, more and more knights being streamed out, and a siege workshop coming forward from Stark here. He's going to take care of these 2 archer rangers. Probably get some batting rams out, most likely. He might get a mangonel. Mangonel will work very well against the skirmishers, of course. But I would like to see a battering ram to take care of these archery rangers. And of course apply some nice forward pressure. Light's getting stuck in. There was like about three bills actually do go down actually to the rating. It's +2. Provides so much tankiness. If that's even actually a real word, but tankiness sounds good to me. Back in the middle though. What is he doing? Oh, he's got plenty of... Oh, battering ram. There we go. There's the battering ram coming out. So we'll take care of the archer range. And of course the next one as well. As a castle comes down from Stark. Oh, I should have been paying a bit more attention to that. In terms of the stone count. Now a forward castle coming out. Will we be seeing Castle Age longbows? That is the question. I want to see Castle Age longbows just because why not? But... You might just use it just for defensive purposes, of course. He's pumping out so many knights in general. I actually, the longbows, nah. If in case for the spearmen, really, might be useful for, but considering what is actually just mainly an elite skirmisher army, this is actually quite strange from Love Cheng. I'm surprised that he's just sticking to it. He's like, I'm just gonna keep making... I think he stopped making an elite skirmisher event. Oh, look at the knights. They're getting right. They don't care about the TC5, to be fair. And look at that knight as well. I mean, micro perfectly. Mangonel now coming out from Stark. And here comes that Mangonel shot. Ooh. Takes out 2 archers. Another one comes in. Alright, I have no idea why I focused the bill, but... Oh, he could have done something. If he did that one shot on those skirmishers, he could have done a lot of damage. But that was a good fight there from Stark. Pushed it back and... took out quite a lot of army too. And look at the army now. He was on 28 earlier. Now he's lost half his army. He's down to 14. 15 military for Stark right now. As those 2 archers have been cleaned up. And that means no more elite skirmishers at this point. I'm surprised. What is Love Cheng doing? I think he's going to try and get a castle up as soon as possible. That's his plan, yeah. 400 stone, 400... Well, he's got 400 gold, but... The point being is actually got 400 stone and desperately mining this. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a market, maybe. And maybe even just trying to buy his castle. In fact, we see a siege workshop coming up instead. There's Love Cheng now going to get wheelbarrow. And look at the build counts right now. Actually, Love Cheng popping out ahead here. 62 to 54. But the pressure right now on Love Cheng is surmountable. He's got his third TC up there, by the way. Pairing that Mangonel up as that battering ram takes out the barracks actually. And that's actually really important because, of course, there's actually a bit of a knight army really coming from Stark, and I would have thought you'll be going to make some pikemen or something, but now he can't make any spearmen or even get the pikeman upgrade. I think he's just banking his hopes, Love Cheng, on just getting this castle up as soon as he can. I think he wants to get it down like right here maybe, or even here. Somewhere. He needs to get somewhere around here. He may even try to do it here instead and play it safe and just basically like, okay, I'm going to lose this TC. I've still got this main golden stone. He might just put it here instead, actually. Actually put it right next to the main stone. I'm not too sure about that castle placement. I would have liked it to be here instead. But the sole being the fact that it will protect the gold better. It's just protecting the 1 TC and the woodline and some main stone. I think the castle would have been better served here. But anyway. Just going to take it on the chin as these knights look to try and just straight in. And again, the castle would have done a lot more protection too. Mangonel coming out from Love Cheng. Can he take out? Oh, no, he can't. And now Mangonel battering against the next TC. Longbows are on the field. We see longbows, gentlemen. Actually, quite a lot of longbows, to be fair. Monk trying to convert a longbow. Not going to work out too well. As Mangonel sieges down this TC. And, oh, actually, these 4 bills actually get picked off. 5 bills actually get picked up very easily. Love Cheng's not paying attention, and GG says HH GG. And yeah, well played by Stark. You could argue this was a Civ win in general, but I think the problem in this game, I think one, Stark played brilliantly with those man-at-arms. They paid themselves twice, 3 times, 4 times over. They did so much work in killing bills, zoning enemies, everything really. They're doing everything. And the fact that the Love Chain tried to do this like one archer range forward, and another one there. I don't think it worked out too well for him, to be honest. As 76-55. Economy-wise, definitely ahead there for Stark. And Love Chain a bit more stone collected, of course. He made so many towers and a castle, and crazy. Uptime as well, a bit ahead of the Love Chain, but the castle age uptime is a bit more important here. Now it's definitely up for Slark. For Slark? Stark. Oh, I tell you what, Dota 2. 71 bills, 67 at high for Stark there too. Right, there we go, people. So it's 2-1 to Stark. Crazy, right?